Nurses are ordinary people like you and me. They study hard, they get certified, and then those same ordinary people spend the rest of their career doing extraordinary things on a regular basis.
You're always there when someone needs you. You work your magic quietly. You're not in it for the glory. The care you give comes naturally.
Well, a couple of years ago I had my first hospital experience. Once you strip down and they put your body on a gurney and people that you never have seen before start putting needles in your arm, you realize that there's no control left here. You put your faith into the hospital.
I was in the hospital for 3 months. The nurses really helped me get through because I was terrified that I was never going to walk again. At night when I was scared, I would cry and they would hold my hand and tell me it was all right. They would sing me songs and tell me stories till I went to sleep. He was really nice.
You take my hand, touch my life when I need you.
I had major surgery. I had a tube going down my throat. Every time I'd swallow, it felt like I was swallowing a razor blade. When my doctor came in, he said that he wanted to leave it at least until the next day. And the nurse that I had, she was a sweetheart. And I gave her, I guess, one of the saddest looks in the world. She walked back out with the doctor. And when she came back in, she says, okay, we're going to take it out. We're going to remove it. When she took that tube out, it felt like a burden was lifted off of me. I wanted to give her the biggest hug. She really needs to be praised.
And when a nurse enters a room, people don't realize it, but they have to take everything in. Their eyes are everywhere, looking around, checking. Even if there's a window that's open just a tiny bit, they have to be aware.
I'm a professional firefighter. I'm an EMT also. Nurses do the same type of job that we do. We help and save lives, and nurses do the same thing. They are on the front line of everything. Without the nurses, we don't have anything. We have no communications. This is what it's all about. That's what nurses are all about.
I was 17, junior in high school, playing basketball. I felt a thump, and the guy right next to me basically fell. He had a heart attack. Nobody knew what to do. My friend Mike just ran and got Judy, the school nurse, and she said, okay, everybody get out of my way. And she started doing CPR on him. And he was a huge guy, and this Judy, who's tiny next to him, his chest expanding and contracting, expanding and contracting. About a minute after, he coughed and came back to life. She saved his life. It was amazing.
Unsung hero. And I know it's not easy to walk in your shoes.
Well, my father had been hospitalized at the VA hospital in Virginia. When I knew that his time was coming close, I wasn't able to sleep at night. And I would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I would call the nurse and ask her when she turned him over, would she just tell him that I loved him. I was so moved by her compassion because, you know, we were in a technical age of technology and everybody's in a hurry. Nobody has time. They don't want to talk to you. Only one family member can talk. And when you have a lot of questions and you just want to be consoled, she was there for me in a moment that I could not be there myself because she bridged us together. The kindness, her gentleness, Nurse Sharon, I could never forget her.
The compassion, I think, was only exceeded by the professionalism.
I was struck on the left side of my car. I never thought that I was going to be able to walk. I mean, so many broken bones. The nurse used to tell me all the time, Hector, take one step at a time. She was the one that gave me back that force. She was so supportive that I know that it made a difference in my life.
At the age of 23, I was diagnosed with cancer. and my parents and I were extremely upset. The nurses were incredibly knowledgeable, and the information they provided on what to expect was very comforting. They were very empathetic, and they made me realize that I was going to get through this operation, that I was going to survive, and that in fact my entire family would get through it as well.
I was in labor for many, many hours, and after trying for many, many hours, this sweet nurse, you know, she just held my hand, she stayed with me the whole time, and she said, you know, I think I'm going to have to, unfortunately, do a C-section. And when I found out I was going to have a C-section, it really made me really upset. She said, don't worry, I'm going to stay with you. And her shift was over, and she was the one who helped me push, and I mean, we tried. And she stayed with me, and she went into the operating room with me, and she was the first person who brought me our daughter Ashley. I really don't know how I would have done it without her. She is someone who I will never forget my whole life, and I only hope that she realizes that, how much she touched my life.
When I was 16, I found out I had a brain tumor, which was really scary as a 16-year-old. I had a nurse there, obviously in ICU, and her name was Lisa. She was there. She helped me and told me, the truth about things, and this could happen this way, but she was always so positive and so great about it that she was like, it could, but it's fine. Like, the whatever did come along was going to be okay. I don't know if I could have gotten through that experience as well as I did with less trauma and upset without her. Like, I really think back of it, and I think that I found a friend. She put so much of herself in her job. Yeah, it would have been really hard without her.